need y'all to watch my makeup routine from beginning to end and let me know what I can do to make it better. As an acne prone textured skin baddie, I feel like once I find a routine that I like, I don't switch it up at all. However, lately something's been a little off, so I'm gonna need y'all to watch this and drop your tips in the comments or tag the makeup baddies that know what the fuck they're talking about. The literal makeup artists, tag them down below. Let's just get into it. Starting with primer. Today I'm gonna use my Smashbox Photo Finish, and then I jump right into my brows. Now I swear by doing my brows first before my base because I feel like afterwards it's just gonna ruin my base around my brows. And I just use my NYX brow glue and brush my brows up at an angle for that natural fluffy sort of laminated look. I just go in and carve my brows out with the NARS Pot Concealer, and I just carve out the bottom, the middle right here, and then just the arches, and then I just grab a little concealer brush and just blend it out. And that's literally all I do for the brows for now. Now I usually do my eye makeup after my base, but I know a lot of baddies swear by doing it before their base. That's what I'm gonna do today, but I'm just gonna blend down that concealer into my lids. I'm probably gonna get crucified as fuck for this, but we use bronzer as eyeshadow in this house. Listen, just because it's basic doesn't mean it's not cunty. And I literally just smudge this all over my lid. Next, I grab a little bit of like a cream highlight. You already know I love my Stay Quartz Glow, and I just put this on my lid like this. Then I take my gel liner. I use the Maybelline Tattoo Studio in the color Bold Brown, and I just draw a cunty little baby wings. Sometimes they come out uneven, but fuck it. Spare me a little, yeah. And then I just take my liner and I round out my inner corner with this. Then I go in with mascara. Now I don't use any type of false lash or lash extension or anything like that. I literally just strictly do mascara or my natural lashes. Basic, but still cunty. Next, we're gonna go in with foundation, and one of my favorites is the House Labs foundation. I haven't used this in a while, so we're gonna go ahead and use it today. And as an acne baddie, y'all, I'm a brush over blender girly. You cannot make me use a beauty blender to blend out my foundation, but again, if you have suggestions, I will be open to them. Even though I just said you can't make me, you probably could if your argument is strong enough. The next thing I do is cream bronzer. I literally just stipple this into my cheekbones and my forehead. For concealer, I'm obviously again using my NARS Pot Concealer, and I just apply it with a brush. And I put the concealer in all these places, and the goal is to like lift and brighten. And then I take a brush like this and blend it out. And for liquid blush, usually going with the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Worth, and I blend it out with a brush. Now before I move on to my powders, I like to set my base with a setting spray. I'm using the Milani Make It Last. And then next I go with my setting powder. I use the Huda Beauty in the shade Pound Cake, and I just go in and set everywhere I put concealer, nowhere else. And I just dust off any excess with a small fluffy brush. Okay, next I go in with the Juvia's Place powder bronzer in the shade Tan, and I just set anywhere I put my cream bronzer, and that's it. And then for powder blush, I'm using the Makeup by Maro in the shade Poppy Pink, and again I'm just stippling this in everywhere I put my cream blush. Now that my brow glue is dry, I just go in and fill in any sparse areas with my NYX Blend In shade. And then for my highlight, I use the Stay Quartz Glow highlighter. This is literally the only highlighter that I feel like doesn't show up ashy or that looks like a chalky streak on my face, and I just tap it onto all the high points of my face. And next I just do my lip combo. I'm finally setting it all in place with my setting spray. This baddies is the final look. Drop your suggestions in the comments below, because I will be taking them all and trying them to see if they actually make my makeup look better.